Hello everyone, welcome back to The Other Side. Today we will be doing an in-your-face on 3 topics between Chris and Michael. So today, our first topic will be salary cap in the NBA. What do you think, Michael?
You know, I think the salary cap should be lowered. Tyler Johnson went from making $800,000 a year to now making $12 million a year. And also, according to experts, Mike Conley is basically making $1 every second he's on the floor, and that's way too much money. Chris?
Well, I agree with the salary cap. I think it's good for the NBA. You know, they got all this money and they have to spend it on something, so why don't go and spend it on the players? That's what they want, right? They want more money and they're getting more money, I think it's good for teams, because they can, you mentioned Tyler Johnson making $800,000 a year, and they can agree on contracts since they have all that money and they're going to spend it on players to help their basketball team.
All right, our second topic, super teams in the NBA. What do you think, Michael?
Well, I really don't like the super teams. I think it's just unfair. I mean, the Warriors, now that they got Kevin Durant, they're pretty much going to be unstoppable. And it's just not fair to the other teams because they're not going to be able to compete with them. So, yeah. What do you think, Chris?
Well, I agree with them, at one point in a franchise, you got to have, a dynasty. And I guess the Warriors are in their dynasty, They're probably going to win a championship, and, this is their year. So they got to win at some point, and, getting all of these players, it really helps their fan base, and I like the super teams idea, because, some teams right now are in their rebuilding process, and that's fine. They're going to be a super team at some point, and, I like the idea.
Done? Okay. So for our last topic of the day, for In Your Face, Super Bowl predictions and conference champions. What do you think?
So for my conference champion, for the AFC, I'm going to have to go with the New England Patriots. I mean, even though Brady is suspended for the first 4 games, I think they'll go 3-1, losing to the Cardinals, who's my NFC champ. And I think with Brady back in the Super Bowl, I think it will help much more rather than when they played the Cardinals the first time. And for the NFC, the Cardinals, I mean, this is going to be a very close game in the Super Bowl. The Cardinals have a great offense and a phenomenal defense, including Patrick Peterson and Tyrann Mathieu. And it's just going to be a really close game. I think it's going to come down to a field goal, and I think the Cardinals are going to win.
I have to disagree with you. I think the Seattle Seahawks in the NFC, they're a really good team. Russell Wilson is right in the prime of his career, and he has, Jimmy Graham and, other guys, Doug Baldwin. So, he has a lot of guys to throw to, and, he also has the new running back, Thomas Rawls, who I think, he's going to do very well. And their defense is pretty good, too, Michael Bennett, Richard Sherman. So I think they'll make it to the Super Bowl. And then the AFC, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers, Le'Veon Bell, he's going to have a 4-game suspension, so what? That's only 4 games. And then Antonio Brown, he's just unstoppable. And then adding Ladarius Green really helps. And all of those guys being thrown by Ben Roethlisberger, one of the premier quarterbacks in the NFL, and I think that'll help. And then I think the Steelers will come on top and win their Super Bowl against the Seattle Seahawks.
Any more? No? That'll be it for this take of The Other Side. We'll see you next week.